If you're a man going through a breakup, what you need to do is you need to reevaluate your ex's love lingo. Were you communicating with her in the manner she needed in her love style? What was her love lingo? What is your love jargon? What is her love jargon? What came first, the chicken or the egg? Were you not filling her love lingo tank because subconsciously you didn't realize you weren't having your love tank filled? What was going on? And what I tell guys going through a breakup all the time is go back to the beginning, go back to the honeymoon stage. What did you do to win her over? Now, this does not apply if she's with somebody else. If she's with somebody else, let it go, do your own thing, work on yourself. But if she has not been with somebody else yet, and I'll clarify why in a little bit further, but if she is not with somebody else, go back to what won her over to begin with. Remember the man you were that made her fall in love with you to begin with. And that's what's happening. What's happening is we get in the hustle and bustle of life and in relationships, and we totally forget why we fell in love with the person to begin with. And the reason is because in the honeymoon stage, you are filling her love lingo tank because you are literally hitting all of the love lingo naturally. You want to see her all the time, which is time. You are going out of your way for her, which is acts of kindness. You are saying wonderful things about her all the time, which is words of encouragement and praise. You are constantly thinking of her and buying her little tokens, so that's presents. And then you want to hold her hand and give her hugs. You are giving her affectionate contact. So in the beginning of the relationship, you are literally filling your ex's love lingo tank. And the reason you become an ex is because somewhere you stopped communicating the love to her that she needed. So the reason I don't like no contact is because no contact just presumes that, you know what, let it go, leave her alone, and that's it. And I can say there were probably 2 relationships in my past that had the guy tried, had he literally tried when I ended it, he could have had another chance with me. But you know what you guys do? You guys like to say, oh, well, she broke up with me, so I'm just going to sit back and let it happen. No. No, 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 no. Do not sit back and let it happen when she's breaking up with you. This is when you send the flowers. This is when you go above and beyond for her, doing the things that you should have been doing during the relationship. And what's going to happen is if you do these things, she's going to look at you and she's going to hopefully not say too little too late, because some women do get to a point where they've moved on, it's too little too late. But you gotta send the flowers, and you send flowers often. Leave a little flower on her car when she's at work. She comes out and she sees the flower. She's like, oh wow, he's thinking of me. Leave a card. Oh my goodness, women love cards. Leave a card. Don't just send an email. We don't want this tangible digital stuff all the time. What we want is, we don't want to see your Instagram story. We don't want to see your Instagram reel or your Twitter or your Snapchat or your Facebook. We don't want that. We want you to have went out of your way for us. So anybody can sit here for 30 seconds and do an Instagram story about why they're sad or how they've changed. I hate that. Get up off your ass, go out, go to Walgreens, go to Walmart, wherever your closest store is, read the cards, take the time. That, remember, love lingo, the time. Take the time, take the thought, acts of kindness. Take the time to read a card that is special to you, that you think she'll like, and then take that card and leave it for her someplace that she will find it. Now, I'm not saying this is going to work in every single situation, but what guys are missing is that you were lacking in the relationship. More than likely, she tried to communicate with you, and if you are a words of encouragement and praise person, that can cause you to shut down. And I have other videos that I talk all about that, and if that's the case, you definitely need to understand your love lingo and your love jargon to ensure that you're not going to shut down if you do get her back. But in the meantime, go out of your way for her. Do the things she was complaining about in the relationship that you had not been doing. Go through your phone, look at the stuff before it got ugly, before it got bad, and ask yourself, what did she ask of me? What was she asking that I just... Guys get so involved in their day-to-day life, and they think of things different than women do. So for women, when you're not doing something for us that we've asked, it is really hurtful for us emotionally. And guys don't understand, because a guy is just thinking, well, I'll get to it. And guys don't really have the same sense of time, I think, as women do. For example, I know my husband, he's just, oh yeah, when he says he's going to do it later to him might literally be in his head 3 minutes, but it seems like an hour to him. So for guys don't always have the same sense of time as we do. I know multiple guys who they can get to work and everything on time, but when they're involved in their office, for example, our veterinarian, we were very close with him, great friend. His wife's got dinner for him ready at a certain time, and then we show up to fix something, and he just starts talking, and he'll talk about everything. He literally is forgetting about the time. He's in the moment. He's forgetting that he had already told his wife he'll be home at a certain time, so she's over there getting frustrated, but luckily she's not a time person. If she was a time person, this would really hurt her. She is more of a presence person. So for her, it doesn't bother her because she feels good that he's working and he's providing for her. So for her, her love lingo tank is being filled. So this is just an example that if he were married to a time person, she probably would not have been as happy. But back to the point, and the point is that the guy is so involved in the moment in what he's focused on and what he's doing that he doesn't always realize that the woman is lacking based on his decisions in the moment. So if you don't know what your love lingo is and you're not able to make sure that you're filling that tank, if you were in a situation like our veterinarian was with his wife, well, your partner's going to be feeling very upset because she's now feeling lacking. And so that's why I say the no contact rule does not make sense in every single situation. You need to ask yourself what you were doing in the beginning of the relationship, what won her over. And then you do need to also work on yourself. This can't just be this knight in shining armor to get her back. You literally have to make sure that these are changes that you can do all the time. And that is why I talk about love lingo and love jargon, because if you're not naturally showing love in the manner that your ex naturally receives it, that's why this happens. Because it's not natural for you. It's not natural for you to think about, oh wow, I'm sitting here talking to these people when my wife's already got dinner ready. It's not natural for you to ask yourself, am I going to be upsetting her right now? Is this something she's talked to me about that it's just not happening? So in the situation with our veterinarian and his wife, she doesn't need to talk to him. She's cool. I've actually talked with her before, and she's like, that's just how he is. It's okay. I don't care. And the reason is because she's not a time person. She's having her needs met in her love lingo tank the way she needs it. So him being an hour and a half, sometimes 2 hours late to dinner or coming home when she thinks he's going to be home in a certain time, it really doesn't affect her the way it would affect somebody else. And that's why I'm saying with the no contact, you have to look at your relationship and you have to ask yourself, what was it that she was requesting from me that I was not doing? And then you figure out how you can go above and beyond to take care of those things that you had not been doing for her. And again, like I said, if she's already with somebody else, I personally would still send flowers once, see how she reacts. If she says to you straight up, hey, look, I'm dating somebody else, please be respectful. Be respectful. You had your chance, you blew it. Now it's time for you to step back and hope that that guy blows it too. And there's a good chance he will. Guys blow it often. So don't sit here and get all frustrated. When the new guy blows it, the first thing women do is we go back to our ex. We think about our ex and we start thinking, oh, well, he wasn't so bad and he did try to get me back. He sent me flowers. So that is possible. So what you need to do in the meantime is if she is dating somebody else, you literally have to work on yourself. Figure out what her love lingo tank was, and you have to ask yourself, okay, what's my love jargon? What is my love jargon, and how can I incorporate my love jargon to ensure that if I do get another chance with her, that I'm always filling that love lingo tank? And if you can do that, you can keep yourself in a happy, healthy relationship. So if you can focus on yourself and you can make sure that you understand what your love jargon is naturally and what her love lingo tank needs to be filled, you will be able to ensure that if you do have another chance, that you will be filling her love tank so it doesn't end in a breakup again. So that's why I was saying no contact. I really don't like that. There is a chance if she's not dating somebody, and if there is a chance, go for it. reevaluate the relationship. Ask her to take the What's Your Love Lingo quiz. A lot of times if women are not dating somebody else, they'll be open to still talking with you. Girls, we are more willing to talk with you and more willing to, because we feel bad. We feel bad for you. We, in most cases, still care about you. It's just we can't do it anymore. So send her the Love Lingo quiz. Click on the What's Your Love Lingo quiz. Send her the quiz. Ask her to take it. Figure out how her love lingo tank is filled. Take the quiz yourself. Figure out how your love lingo tank is filled. Then reach out to me and figure out how you guys show love naturally so you can see where the disconnect was. Because you need to do every single thing you can to ensure that if you get another shot with her, that her love lingo tank is constantly filled. And if you continue to fill her love lingo tank and she's feeling fulfilled every single day, she's not going anywhere. Because she'll feel that she has the most romantic, perfect man for her. That's how I feel about my husband. After we discovered this, there's literally no reason for me to go anywhere else. So if you fill that love lingo tank and you're ensuring that you're keeping it filled, she's not going to want to go anywhere. So that's why it's really crucial to understand how you receive love, how you show love, how she receives love, how she shows love, and go back to the things you were doing in the beginning of the relationship, figure out what it was that won her over, and be that man. Because that's the man you are. You just stopped doing it for certain reasons that you probably didn't even realize that you were doing it. But that woman meant that much to you, that you were doing those things for her. So go back to the beginning of the relationship, figure out what it was that you were doing for her and what you stopped doing, and fix it. These are things you have to do. I don't know why other relationship coaches aren't talking about this. They're sitting here like, oh, do no contact and just work on yourself. Well, did you fight for the relationship first? First, fight for it. We want a guy who's going to fight for us. If you're not going to fight for us when things are going down, you're not going to fight for us when things are good. It's just going to go back to the way it was. So fight for us every single day, and especially when you break up. You fight for her, and you show her that you are the man that she loves. You just were in like a fog for a few months and you messed up. Show her that, so this way you can fill her love lingo tank and figure it out. This way you guys don't break up again. So that's my advice for you guys. If you guys like this video, please hit the like button and subscribe, and leave me a comment below and let me know, are you doing no contact? Did you try to fight for her when she broke up with you? So leave me a comment below and let me know what's going on, and I'll respond to you, and I'll see if I can help you through the difficult times. As always, everybody, stay safe, stay healthy, stay in love.